adolescent mental health and a fellow traveler in this beautiful but chaotic journey called parenting. Today, I want us to speak about something that is close to every parent's heart, but we do not know how to name it. How do I know that my child is struggling emotionally or mentally? We will also look at what can I do after I have known that they are struggling. It is common for us mamas that whenever my child is running a fever, having a headache, a stomachache, I rush them to the hospital. However, it is very common also for me to ignore or not even realize when my child is struggling emotionally. There is a lot of myths and misconceptions surrounding mental health in children and adolescents, because mental health in children is perceived or viewed as bad manners, as stubbornness, or even laziness. But what we do not realize is that when we do not pick up these signs early and do not intervene early, we will have more problems in the future. So now you are there, mama, wondering, so how do I even know which signs these are? Welcome. As we categorize the children into 3 age groups and look at the signs they can display as per their age group, that will tell you that your child is not well. The first age group that we are going to look at are children between the age of 3 and 6. These are preschoolers. They're just starting school. So what are some of the signs that you will look out for? For example, a child who was independent, was very secure as you are living, and then you start to realize that suddenly they want to cling to you. They fear you leaving them. They fear separating with you. That is not a good sign. Sign number 2, regression. A child who enjoyed a dry night is now bedwetting. A child who was fully potty trained is now soiling their clothes in the course of the day. Again, that is telling us that everything is not okay. You may also realize that there are physical symptoms without clear illness. For example, every morning during a school day, your child is running the stomach, have a running stomach, have a stomachache, have a headache, all these symptoms. But on the days that they are not going to school, they are okay with no symptoms. This tells you that something is going on, but your child do not have words to tell you what is going on. The second age group, they are 7 to 12. Any child that is 7 to 12, they are in the primary school. And what are some of the signs that we will see in this category? Sign number 1, we may see increased anger. The child is just angry, very irritable, which was not there previously. Them isolating or withdrawing from their friends, losing interest in things they loved doing previously. So a child who enjoyed playing football now just want to spend time indoors. A child who loved dancing around just want to sit down. If they walk to school with friends, now they want to walk alone. All this is telling us that something is not okay with your child. The third age group are those that are aged between 13 and 18. We normally call them teenagers. This is an important developmental phase because it is the phase where they are transiting from being children to young adulthood. And there is a lot of rapid growth that happens in this stage. However, there are some symptoms you can pick that can tell you that your child is struggling emotionally despite the rapid growth, despite the transition that is going on. If you realize that your child has persistent sadness, they are sad, you can pick it on their face. A child who was smiling no longer smiles. A child who was involved in family affairs now just want to stay alone. So they have withdrawn and they just want to isolate themselves. They are not now even interacting with their friends. They are not interacting with family. That tells you that everything is not okay. Change in appetite and sleep pattern. That also tells us that something is not okay. In this age group, another thing that we look out for is what we call self-tendencies. This is where children have a likelihood of either cutting themselves or even burning themselves. And now you're wondering, how can I know that my child is self-harming? You may realize by change of appearance. A child who previously would wear short-sleeved or sleeveless clothes now is always on long-sleeved and do not even remove them despite the weather. That can already raise an alarm that something is happening. You may also notice some wounds on their hands, arms, their legs, their calves. All this can tell you that something is not okay. In this stage also, they are likely to start abusing substance if there is an issue emotionally or mentally. So you may realize strange smell coming from their room. You may realize or pick some alcohol bottles or maybe a used cigar. All this will tell you that might be your child is abusing substance as they try to numb the emotional pain that they are going through. Now you're seated there, Mama, wondering, so after I have seen all these signs, what next? Does it mean all is lost? No, all is not lost. There is you can do. Number one, observe. Because is it that your child is just having a bad day? Or is this a pattern? So if you notice that there is a pattern, that's alarming. But if it was only a one-day affair, it is not a crisis. We also get bad days. Number two, connect. I will keep on overemphasizing on the need for us to connect with our children. Ensure that you have one-on-one, even if it is only 10 minutes, so that your child can feel that you are available emotionally. Especially a challenge to moms with more than one child. Have a way of connecting to your children individually, so that every child knows that my mother is available for me. Number three, ask, but do not accuse. So if you notice that there is a pattern, you can ask. But how do we ask? We ask what we call open-ended questions, not closed questions. Are questions that you give them an opportunity to explain, while closed-ended questions are yes or no question. For example, you can ask them, how have you been feeling lately? I have noticed you are spending a lot of time alone. How have you been feeling? And also realize that this is not the time to interrogate or to even shame. You just want to ask. How do we shame them? Maybe comment by how they appear, how they are dressing. That can come out as shame. After you have asked, ensure that you do not minimize things. Work to validate their feelings. So a child opens you that I'm having a hard time because I am being bullied at school. Ensure that you validate their feeling. That's really tough. Would you like to talk more about it? You are validating the feeling. At this time, when we are ensuring that we are not minimizing their feeling, it is also very important to ensure that we do not use the at least statement. And as we say, for example, they are being bullied by a boy, well, like them. And so you say, at least you are performing better like them. That will make them that they are not hard. You have minimized the feeling they are feeling. After that, ensure that in an event your child opens up. No matter how hard it is, maintain your calm. Calmness is key. Calmness cures the chaos in your child's life. So you have to ensure that you maintain calmness before you react. In an event, you feel that this is too much. I cannot be my calmness. Communicate to your child about this later. And then you can know how to settle down, process the whole thing, and then you talk about it. Lastly, seek help early. Let us normalize therapy. Let us normalize counseling. So your child have opened up, or they have not even opened up, but you see that your child needs extra support. As professionals, we are there to support your children. Walk with them through the journeys of life. In the description box, there is an email address. The child is struggling to that email address, and I'll be able to reach out and see how to support your child. Mama, I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. Remember that. And if you feel something is off, trust your gut and act on it. I hope you'll have learned something. If you like this what we have talked about, make sure that you like and subscribe. Share with another mama so that we may also. Till next time, keep leading with love and grounded in grace. You got this, mama.